How's it going, guys? Trey Clark here, as I usually am. We'll jump right into this as I usually do. I want to talk to you about what it's like to be a man watching a silent war right in front of your face. I'm 47, I have 3 children, I have a wife, I have a home. I've got a couple of businesses that were crushing it, ready to roll when all this virus mess happened. And yet I know that we're at war. Our economy is under attack. Our way of life is under attack. Yet there's not a tank in the street. There's not a shot that's been fired. No one's kicked down my door. No one's even physically forced me to do anything. Yet I stand on those orange lines where the footprints are with a loudspeaker going. The audio's a little off. I'm doing this remotely, but I just want to address this from kind of 2 sides of the coin. If you're a woman listening to this, you have to understand, remind yourself that we men are geared to protect. So when we are handcuffed, and right now I feel handcuffed because there's, not that I want to do anything violent, but there's no enemy. It's a silent enemy, and that's a very common term when the president speaks. There's no bad guy to shoot at. There's no bridge to protect or bottleneck of supply chains to stand over. We're just watching it happen. If you're a woman watching your man act very frustrated right now, remember, this is in our DNA. Now, if you're a man and you're frustrated as hell, well, the best I can say is you're not alone. So what can we do? Well, let's take a step back and say what we don't do. We do not rise up with violence right now. There's not been a shot fired, and we could do so much damage with leading some kind of militia-based charge, even though we've got the Constitution of the United States in our back pockets. The Bill of Rights is right there. Second Amendment is ours to wield. But this ain't the time, because they have not fired a shot. They're just doing strategic bullshit. What do we do? Well, we get right. Do we get right with God? Do we get right physically? What can happen is, if collectively we make ourselves stronger, and don't kid yourself, fixing problems that have been weighing down on you for a long time and alleviating those burdens, you are more ready for war. And war doesn't necessarily mean bombs and bullets. Get right. Talk to your spouse. Where are you? Where are your principles? What is your plan if the bomb drops, figuratively or literally? This is not doomsday talk, because I don't think for 1 second that humankind is going to, go through some sort of nuclear holocaust type thing. I know that if we don't act, we could really be facing some tough times that we don't necessarily need to face. There's a lot of us. There's not that many of the bad guys. There's just not. A bunch of pasty bankers. That's pretty much it. And all they can do is trick us into thinking that we have no power. That's all they can do. That's it. And they know it. Let's take a deep breath and think about where we are. That's the best thing we can do right now. Just look around. Make note of what your principles are. And yours are not the same as mine. But let's know what they are, okay? And let's be good to each other. Men, let's lift each other up. And let's talk about this, because this is very important, and no one's really talking about the frustration of being handcuffed, not knowing what to do. And women, I'll just say it straightforward. Best thing you can do for you and your man, lift him up right now. Remind him that he's a warrior. the smoke when I drink. I can't run when I'm tired. I can't sleep when I'm wired. I can't work, I got fired. And I can't dream while I think. And I can't move when I'm down.